Hey CPM3. So I'm making an additional video for Module 1 Lesson 3. Apparently when I made that video, I did the first however many pages and then I forgot to do the very last one. So I'm going to make an additional video so I can cover these last 3 examples. And these last 3 examples are over consecutive integers. So here, section 3.1, objective C, solve problems involving consecutive integers. So what is a consecutive integer? It's a number one right after the other. So the example that they give you is 11, 12, and 13. So if you start with 11 as your example, if your starting point's 11, we're going to call that x. Okay? So then the next consecutive integer is 12. So how do you go from 11 to 12? You simply add 1. So same thing over here. If my starting point is x, to get that next consecutive number, we add 1. And so now that is x plus 1. And then if we need a third one, which I think most of them want 3 consecutive, that next consecutive one is 13. Now here's where it gets a little bit tricky. To get to that 13, yes, you are only adding 1, right? But if we are calling x my starting point, if you only add 1 to x, you're just right here again. So to get to this 13, from my original, we're not just adding 1, but we're adding 2. And so that's why this one here is x plus 2. Okay, again, if you say that we have x and then x plus 1 and then x plus 1 again, these two numbers here are not consecutive. They're the same numbers. Because let's say we call this one 20. Well, now this one is 20 plus 1. So we've got 21. So it works for the first one. But now this is just 20 plus 1 again. And so we get 21 again. And so that's why this number here has got to be a 2. So now it's 20 plus 2, and that gives me 22. Okay. So let me get rid of this, and then we will solve these problems. Okay, you can tell I haven't made a video in a while. Okay. So example 7. In the sports competition, France won more medals than Italy, who won more gold medals than Korea. If the number of gold medals won by these 3 countries is 3 consecutive integers, whose sum is 30, find the number of gold medals won by each. So the first thing we've got to figure out is who came in first place, who came in second place, and who came in third place. Well, it says in this first one that France won more than Italy, so Italy is not the winner, who won more gold medals than Korea. So Korea is not the winner. So we have France first, who has won the most. They won more than Italy. And then Italy won more than Korea. So it means Italy got second. And Korea got third. So if Korea got third, that means they're the lowest number. So they won X medals. Okay, that's this point right here. So if Italy won one more than that, they're X plus 1. And if France won one more than that, that is X plus 1 plus 1, right? Or you can think of it as they won 2 medals more than, and so really that's X plus 2. So set up your equation and solve. I know France plus Italy plus Korea won a sum of 30. So that is going to equal 30. So combine your like terms. We've got x plus x plus x to give me 3 x's plus 2 plus 1 gives me 3, and that still equals 30. So we're going to subtract 3 from both sides, and I get 3x equals 27. Divide both sides by 3, and I've got x equals 9. Now that's not my final answer, because what does this problem ask me to do? It asks for me to find the number of gold medals won by each. So if I know x is 9, plug everything back in. So if Korea is X, then this means Korea won 9 medals. If Italy is X plus 1, that means we have 9 plus 1. So they have won 10 medals. And if France is X plus 2, we're going to put a 9 in for X, and that means that they won 11 medals. What's a really good way to check this? Add them together. Does 11 plus 10 plus 9, does that equal 30? And yes, it does. So we know we solved that problem correctly. The sum is 30, like the problem said would happen, and they are 3 consecutive numbers. And we'll keep that there. Okay. Example 8. Some states have a single area code for the entire state. 2 such states have area codes that are consecutive odd integers. We haven't gone over that yet. If the sum of these integers is 1208, find the 2 area codes. So consecutive odd integers means that they're just odd numbers that are right after each other, right? If consecutive numbers is something like 10, 11, 12, then consecutive odd would be something like 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and that goes on forever. So this goes over the same thing right here. If I call my 9x how do I represent 11 then? Well, this is just 2 more than, so this is x plus 2. And then how do I represent that third one? Well, I guess we don't need a third one in this one. I'll go over the third one in example 9. Okay, so this is what I'm using is x for the first consecutive and x plus 2 for that next one. All right, let me get rid of all of this. Okay. So again, we have consecutive odd, so that is x plus 2. This is my first one. That is my second one. And it says the sum of these integers is 1208. So solve. So combine your like terms. X plus x is 2x. Bring down that plus 2 since we haven't used it yet. And that equals 1208. Subtract your 2 over. So I've got 2x equals 1206. And then divide both sides by 2. And you get x equals 2 goes into 12 6 times. 2 goes into 0 times. And 2 goes into 6 3 times. Now it didn't ask what does x equal, right? Again, it asks for the 2 area codes. So if the first area code was x, then that equals 603. My second area code was x plus 2. So if you plug 603 into x, that makes that 605. Okay, and again, you can check this, right? They are consecutive odd integers. And 603 plus 605 is 1208. So it works again. All right, my last example, example 9. The sum of 3 consecutive even integers is 144. Find the integers. So, same thing here. It does not matter if it is odd or even, you treat it the exact same way. So if my 3 numbers, let's say, is 50, 52, and 54. These are my 3 consecutive even integers. My first one here is x. How do I go from 50 to 52? That is x plus 2. And how do we go from 52 to 54? Well, I take this same number, x plus 2, and I add 2 to it. So this is x plus 4. Okay, and again, this one's plus 4 because I'm really talking about this original one. How am I going from 50 to the next one? You're adding 4. Or you can think of it as you start off with x plus 2 and then you got to add 2 more to it. Okay, and you can see right up here that it shows you this exact same thing. It doesn't matter if it's even or if it's odd. It's always x and then x plus 2 and then x plus 4. So we have x plus 2 plus x plus 4. And my total that it needs to equal is 144. So add and solve. So we have x plus x plus x. That's going to give me 3 x's. Plus 2 plus 4 gives me 6, and that equals 144. Subtract your 6 over. We've got 3x equals 138. Divide by 3. and I've got x equals 46. It again doesn't tell me to find x, it tells me to find the integers. So my first number was x, so that means that is 46. My second number was x plus 2. That gives me 48. And my third number is x plus 4, which will then give me 50. So these are my 3 answers. And again, how do you check? Well, 1, they are 3 consecutive even integers. And when you add them up, you do get 144. So it works. All right, sorry I skipped that page in the original video. Hopefully I can get this to you in time for you to see it. If you guys have any questions, please email me, or, well, I guess I won't see you in class, will I? So email me. Bye, guys.